Okay, Algebra 1, let's look at rationalizing the denominator here using conjugates. And this is still 9.1. There's a lot in here, and there's even more than this. But let's do this for now. Okay, so let's look at example 1 here, 7 over 2 minus root 3. Remember we said before we can't have a radical in the denominator because it's what's called irrational. So the way we can undo that if we have it, say, in this form of a conjugate, or I'm sorry, in this form of a binomial, say 2 minus root 3, well, I can multiply by the conjugate of 2 minus root 3. Well, the conjugate is just with the sign flipped, the same thing. And if I multiply top and bottom by that, I've effectively only multiplied by 1. And so if I've multiplied by 1, I've changed the form but not the value, okay? Okay, so let's multiply up top. 7 times 2, distributive property here, 14. Now 7 times root 3 would just be 7 root 3, because remember we'll get to more multiplying and dividing these here in a video coming up here. And I multiply by what's outside, and what's underneath by what's underneath. The radicand by the radicand, and anything outside by what's outside. Okay, so 14 plus 7 root 3. And now let's say FOIL this out. This is essentially just a minus b times a plus b, which again is a squared minus b squared. So that would be 2 squared is 4, minus root 3 squared is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1, so I'm left with 14 plus 7 root 3 over 1, which is just 14 plus 7 root 3. Okay, so the conjugate is this thing right here, which is, again, just like our original, but it lets us, it's now, if it's negative here, then that's positive here, and vice versa. If that were positive, then I'd use negative as my conjugate. And notice I multiplied it top and bottom, so I've essentially just multiplied by 1. And what did that let us do? Well, let us get rid of any radical in the denominator, and hence notice my answer has no radical in the denominator, 14 plus 7 root 3. Okay, so we can use that conjugate anytime we see something in this binomial form that's got a radical in it. Well, we can just use, say, if it's negative, use its positive version top and bottom, or if it's positive, use its negative version top and bottom. Okay, thank you.